simple man, simple planner. Got a pan, got a plan, got a shirt with a ketchup stain, little list on the back of my hand, salt, pepper, sunshine and flame, just a spoon, just a smile, couple onions, then a cha-cha slide. If it smells good, hang a while, pull up a chair by my side. I'm a simple man with a simple plan. Make it easy, make it taste like home. A little bit of this, little bit of that, stir the love till the flavors grow. Take a seat, grab a fork, sing along with me. I'm a simple man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Simple Man's Kitchen. Today we're making real food real easy. And it's going to be a good comfort food day. It's one of my wife's favorites by her suggestion. We're making loaded potato soup. So we've already started by heating our pan. And as you can see, we've got the butter already melting away in here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stir this down till it melts down. We've got our pan pretty high right now just to get things going. We're going to turn it down pretty quick like. But once this is completely starting to melt, we're going to add some things to it. The first thing we're going to add is, all right, so I would tell you to make 5 strips of bacon, right? Just fix it and save some of your renderings. But the wonderful thing with soup is you use what you have, right? So we have used bacon previously, and we had some left over. So instead, we're going to use a product called Bacon Up. 0 sponsors. Love it. It gives you that flavor because it is bacon lard, bacon grease, bacon renderings, however you want to say it. The way I say it is it is delicious. So we're going to put some of that in there, and we're going to stir this up, try to keep our butter from getting too brown. Oh, look at that. It's starting to smell good already because why? It's butter. It's butter and it's bacon. All right, so now we're going to add our onion right to the pot here. So again, because we're using what we have left, it's soup, right? We've already got an onion that we've started. It's a sweet onion. It's almost a whole onion. So we're going to try to put a whole sweet onion in here. Are you ready? It goes in just like that. All right. So got our onions in here. We're going to let these start to cook down, a little translucent, and or as we like to say, get well incorporated, or get in there with that garlic and that. I'm sorry, we didn't put garlic in yet, but that's what's going in next. Get in there with that butter and that bacon, and get to know each other real well. Be friendly in their little hot tub of butter. So we're just going to keep stirring this down. All right. Once this gets to cooking, I don't want to add my garlic in too early, right? Garlic has a really weird tendency that if it burns, the flavor changes. So we want to get it in, but not too early. So we're going to let this cook down a little bit. Once it does, then we'll come back, put the garlic in, and go on with our next step. All right, so we've let it simmer here for about 4.5 minutes or so. Whenever you take a hot lid off a pot, take it off away from you. You saw how I lifted it this way. That allows that steam to go away from you. Helps keep any instances of burns from happening, because definitely don't want that to happen. And as you can see, our onions are starting to get very translucent. There's, if you could be here, you could smell that bacon up, which is the bacon renderings and the butter and the onions. You can just about put this on toast right now and eat it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our garlic in. Now, I like to have a good heaping of garlic. Okay, so you don't want it to burn, right? Because it can take the taste away, if you will. So at this point, we're going to start stirring and keep stirring. We just want it to get really, really well incorporated. As a matter of fact, I'm switching over. Right, because I want to keep this going. And that smells so good. I'm going to take this now and I'm going to add some flour. About 1/3 of a cup. Now, I don't want to put it in all at once. I want to kind of sprinkle it in. And then while I'm mixing, because the last thing I want is clumps, right? This is our roux, if you will. The butter and the flour come together to give it a thickening agent. You can actually see it right there. See how thick that's starting to get? That's awesome. That's what we're looking for. As a matter of fact, I think I've added enough. If you see it that it's starting to do this and it's starting to thick up like this while you're cooking, then you know that you're in the right spot. Just leave it where it's at. Don't overdo it. Remember, these recipes are not my recipes, they're our recipes. So you get to do what you want to with it, add what you want, add as much or as little. Now, we need some cream. We're going to start with about half of this bottle, which is basically a cup. And then we're going to stir this in. Now, we have to keep stirring at this point because we want to turn it down just a little bit. We definitely do not want it to burn, and cream will burn and if it's too hot. So got to keep the stirring, keep it going, and you're going to stir it like this for probably a couple minutes. You can see how thick it's getting. Once it starts to get thick like that, you want to start adding in your chicken stock or chicken broth. Now, we're only using a total of 2 cups, but we're putting it in, again, just like the cream, a little bit at a time. Oh, it's already starting to look wonderful. Again, keep it stirring, keep it warm, keep the heat going. And we'll add a little bit of cream here in just a second. Add a little bit more of our chicken stock. When it's all said and done, depending on how much you're making, you could be using the full bottle of cream, because that's what I'm doing right now. That's 2 cups. And we're going to incorporate that in. Now, I'm leaving this just like it is. I'm going to keep stirring. It's going to start to thicken up again. Once it does, I'm going to add some more of my chicken broth to it. And then we'll come back and finish the recipe in just a second. The next step is really super simple. All right, so we've let it simmer here. Actually, we've let it come up to a boil here. It took us about 5 minutes or so, but you can see the thickness of the soup is getting exactly where we want it. So what I'm going to do, and this is for me, this is not necessarily for you. I'm going to take mine off of the heat for a few minutes, because these electric burners have a tendency to stay hot very long, and I need it to come down to a simmer, and I don't want my soup to burn while that's happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it to the side just a little bit so I can still work with the soup. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and add my sour cream in. What loaded potato is good without sour cream, right? So it's about a cup, which is half of your 16-ounce sour cream container. And if it's a little much, it's a little much. If it's not, you can always add more to the top. Whatever's good for you is good for me. Again, my recipe, your recipe, makes it our recipe, right? So we're gonna go ahead and incorporate that in. Oh, this is getting nice and thick. Smells wonderful. And next comes the ingredient that, my wife and I really love, as we always say, more cheese.
Yes, please.
Yes, please, right? So we're going to go ahead and season this. We're going to add our cheese in, and then I'm going to put it back on the heat at a low setting. Just let it simmer for a little bit, and then we're going to add the potatoes, and we'll be ready to eat. This, is smelling so good. Look how thick and wonderful and luxurious that looks. Cheese. This is really to your discretion. You use as much or as little as you like. I've got just about a cup here. I'm going to add half of this first, stir it in, see where we're at. We may want more. We may not. It's up to you. I don't know. Set that aside. Let's get that stirred in. So the reason I said we're going to let it simmer for a little bit before I put my potatoes in is I want that cheese to become very incorporated. I want it to set in the hot tub with the onions and the garlic and all the other yummy, delicious stuff that we put on our potato. Let those flavors start to mend together to you know, hey babe, how are you today? Oh, I'm wonderful, Mr. Cheese. Can I borrow some of your flavor? Sure, Mr. Onion, as long as I can borrow some of yours. And everyone's getting along and everything's getting good, right? So let's get that incorporated. We'll get it on there, let it simmer, because we don't want to pull, right? We don't want a cheese pull. We want it to all be together. So get that on there, let it simmer. We're only gonna let it simmer for just a couple minutes, then add our potatoes, and we're gonna be ready to eat. Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to it. All right. Next step, super simple, right? Get that on there, get it cooking. I'm gonna cover it up and let it do its thing. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna clean some of this up. I'll be right back with you. All right, so I've let it go for just a little under 5 minutes. It looks like everything's well incorporated. We've got it lower on a simmer. I'm going to go ahead and put my seasoning in now. So seasoning for me is, and season it any way you want to, right? I just want some fresh ground pepper, nice and easy. Now it's keep in mind, once you put those potatoes in there, a lot of this seasoning is going to be lost. So a little bit of allspice. And then this is roasted garlic and herb. Won't take much because it's a fairly strong garlic. But we're going to put that in there and then just give it a little gentle. Like this. And then in comes the special guest, if you will, of the party. We're going to put our potatoes in. So on the potatoes, thank you, my love. We used Yukon Golds. We left the skins on. We microwaved ours. You can make them as baked potatoes. You could boil them. You can make them any way you want to. But as you see, we cut them into just little bite-sized cubes, you know, just like that. I'm going to use the back of my knife, put these in here as gently as possible, trying to keep them from coming apart, right? I mean, if they do, it thickens your soup with potato, but we like to have that bite where you get that little chew of potato, right, in every bite. And then I'm going to gently fold it so that, again, it keeps those potatoes nice and together. We're not mashing them, we're not smashing them, right? We're just going to fold it in a little bit. Oh, you're going to get potato goodness in every bite. I'm telling you right now. I wish you could see this. Look how wonderful that looks. I wish you could smell it. Well, you can when you make it yourself. And then you're going to leave me a comment and let me know how much you like this recipe. All right, so we're simmering it down now. It's going to simmer with the lid on for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to plate it up. So we'll be right back, and it's dinner time. Looks good to me. How about you guys? We'll see you. All right, so we let it simmer here at about 5 minutes, just letting everything incorporate, letting the potatoes come back up to temperature. Let's plate it up and see what we've got. So I like a little bit of roll with my potato soup, always have. Oh, look at that. Oh, it smells so good. So I'm gonna take a good healthy scoop, put it right here. Maybe 2 good healthy scoops. Put it like that. All right, so our garnishes. A little bit of cheese. A little bacon. Because why? Bacon makes everything better. I like the chives. And because I like a little spice, I'm gonna take a fresh diced jalapeno, put it right there. Look at how beautiful that looks. That is delicious. All right, so let's put a little bit of extra pepper on the top. Now let's get us a bite. So, got some cheese, got some bacon, got some potato, a little bit of everything on it right there. Let's see. If you don't like this, there's something wrong with you. I'm gonna tell you right now, I took a bite of that and I said, you know what? My mama never made potato soup like that. That's wonderful. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna eat it like I'm eating it. And I think you should too. So fix yourself a plate. Let's eat, right? See you next time.
Simple man, simple plan.